Thank you, Freddie Mercury, for that. So I asked for a lapel mic. If somebody could help me attach. I'm just not a podium guy. Now I'm Bob Barker. With the next graduate, please come on down. All right, this is gonna get awkward. We'll figure this out. So, good evening. Graduates, family, friends, special guests, ALS staff, church, chiefs, commanders, you guys had to be here anyway. Retirees that snuck in thinking this was another free Veterans Day meal. Thank you for attending tonight's celebration for ALS Class 20 Alpha. I haven't said anything good yet. I'm done. I would also like to thank my wife for being here tonight. I think she was a little apprehensive about coming. She has heard this speech no fewer than 50 times over the last 2 days. But alas, she is here, and what a lucky gal. She gets to hear it one more time. So I PCS'd to Tinker about 2 months ago. I'm the new maintenance squadron superintendent. I've been out of maintenance for about 10 years as a first sergeant and PME instructor. And when I was in maintenance, I was on fighter aircraft, not this USS Enterprise spaceship thing that we have here. So to say this is an adjustment, it's an understatement. I've had to really try to dig back down deep to see what I actually remember about maintenance, and the one thing that I really remember how to do is aircraft marshaling. So, since all I really know is aircraft marshaling, I figured I would give you guys a lesson tonight. And we'll skip right past the boring part and get to the part where we're about to launch out an aircraft. So, the marshaller is standing out front, and for my shipmates, we do it a little different than you guys. We don't. Anyway, they understand that. So, the marshaller stands out front. You got a launch assist off to the side, you got a pilot up in the seat, and you're standing at parade rest. I told you this is gonna get awkward. So you're standing at parade rest, waiting for the pilot to finish listening to their Top Gun soundtrack, and once they're done, they'll give you this signal right here. That means, well, where's Chief Slick Jones, our newest Chief Master Sergeant Select? Can you help me out? What's that mean? Exactly. If you see anybody doing that at your table tonight, that means they're trying to leave. So, once you pull the chocks, you put the brake sign on, and the launch assist will pull the chocks. You wait for the pilot to give you one of these. That's what I did to the bartender earlier. That means start your engines, and they'll start pushing the throttle forward. Then you'll start bringing them out. Once they get about even with you, you'll draw them out. And then you'll do what I call the prestige, and I just made that up tonight. But what the prestige is how you represent your unit. When I was at Shaw, we had 3 F-16 units. We had the Tigers, we had the Gamblers that did this, and then we had the Shooters, and we did bang bang. So most crew chiefs, you can tell kind of their motivation level by how they do the prestige. And some of them, when they're doing a launch, it'll look a little something like this. But every once in a while, you get a special crew chief. And I had one of those when I was expediting at Shaw. His name was Martino. His launch, I'm gonna have to put this down for this. His launch looked a little something like this.
Here it is.
Those were not real guns. But he holstered them anyway. So the legend of his launch permeated throughout the unit. It became must-see TV. And on one occasion, we had the only female pilot in our unit flying his jet, and I don't know if it's because she was flying his jet or because we lined all the trucks up to face his jet to watch him, but he put on a special show. And again, it wasn't something like this. As you see, I kept moving this way, and at the moment he holstered his guns, the Station 2 missile hit him in the ribs, crumpled him to the ground, and now my radio is blowing up with "Reel him in." He was alive, he was okay, we all laughed about it. What I didn't know is my leadership philosophy would be born that day. I know you guys are waiting for me to get to the point. But my leadership philosophy is authenticity, courage, embodying the things you expect of others, and significance. You see, Martino, well, needless to say, he was authentic. He had the courage to do something that most wouldn't because, well, he got ran over and many would make fun of him. He embodied the spirit that we would expect of others, and he was significant because we still talk about him to this day. So to get to the point, do I have any fighter pilots in here tonight? No. I bet you if I was at the club on a Friday or Saturday night, there'd be a lot of fighter pilots in there. It's not in my bio, but when I was in my early 20s, I was a fighter pilot every weekend. Call sign stiff. That's just my last name spelled backwards, but it worked for me. So, not to knock fighter pilots, but can you imagine that? I know it's one of those things a lot of people wish they were, but if we were all fighter pilots, what would get done? Can you imagine you got a dental appointment tomorrow and Maverick's the one drilling into your tooth? We'd have security forces cruisers busting the freaking tower. So, fighter pilots are important, but we're all important. It takes every single one of us and all our unique specialties to get the job done. On that same note, it takes diverse individuals with various backgrounds, experiences, talents, and personalities. Those folks are the real secret to our military might. You see, the first key into being a good leader is being authentic, or just being you. Never forget where you guys came from, because that's what made you who you are. You see, your individual personality is what adds value to the team and value to our force. Diverse teams get more stuff done. Diverse teams lead to fresh perspectives, new ideas. They fight against groupthink, and they facilitate change. See, real leaders are authentic leaders. There is no one right way to lead, but I'll tell you the wrong way, not being you. You can only be the best you that you can be. You'll never be the best somebody else. Besides, your subordinates are gonna see right through you if you're faking it. You gotta keep it real, or they're gonna lose trust in you. See, authenticity is the foundation to having honest and candid conversations with your folks and making tough decisions. Those things take courage. So when we think about courage, we often think about courage on the battlefield, right? But there's battles being fought in your units every single day. And there's tough decisions to make. And I'm gonna fall off the stage. There's tough decisions to make, but those decisions aren't always popular. I'll tell you right now, if you want to be popular, that's not a sound strategy for being a good leader. Making tough calls and making tough decisions can be very uncomfortable. And if anybody in here is a leader and they're comfortable, I'd say you're doing it wrong. Because leadership is not comfortable. It takes courage to have those tough conversations with your airmen. Yeah, taking care of your airmen, it means writing the award package and giving them a medal, but those are the easy things. What about denying the medal that they didn't deserve, instead of waiting for the chief or the commander to turn it down? What about telling them they suck and how to suck less? That's the hard conversation, right? How to build them back up, how to make them the airman you need them to be. And lastly, good bosses, they don't want a yes man at their side. They want somebody that will offer a dissenting opinion. It takes bold leadership to do that. To step up and say, boss, I don't agree with you. Not be on their back, but in the appropriate place to their face. Because those dissenting opinions, they help with great ideas, progress, and the checks and balances to tough decisions. So while courage is important, what's even more important is that you live the things that you speak. You embody them. The last ALS I was here, I was brand new, I didn't know anybody. I was starting every conversation with, what's your name? And the airman at my table, he told me his name and then confidently said, but my friends, call me Excellence. That would be awesome if you could say it and make it true. But it's not that easy, right? If you're a leader and you expect excellence, you need to embody it yourself. You need to personify the behaviors and standards that you expect of others. You see, it's one thing to have the knowledge and to speak all these things, be a good talker, and have a pep talk, but your words, they're going to ring empty if they don't represent the reality in your own life. It's not enough to just know about it, you got to be about it. Our ALS graduates tonight, they learned a lot over the last few weeks, but if you guys just go back and flush it and you don't actually live it, you wasted your time. So go back and live it and add significance to your units. Now, some of you have been reading my bio this whole time instead of listening to me. And what you'll notice is, other than being old, I guess I've had a pretty good run. I've had success more than I ever would have dreamed. I never thought I'd be a chief. I never thought I'd be able to put two sentences together in front of people, but here I am. But I didn't get here by chasing individual goals. I got here because other people helped me. Other people kicked me in the butt when I needed it, nudged me in the right direction, and showed me what it took to keep progressing. They added significance to me, and that's what I try to add to other folks. See, success is great, and it helps us achieve individual goals, and helps us achieve things, but it has a shelf life. It ends. When you retire, nobody cares that you were a chief, that you got these medals, or won these awards. And when you die, you can't take them with you. Significance is everlasting. When you add significance to other folks and value to their lives, they add it to others. When you grow leaders, they grow other leaders. You don't have to be a chief to be significant either. That's the beauty of it. You just have to care. You see, if you are significant, you will be successful. I guarantee it. So I want to close with one last story, and it's the last time I gave an ALS speech. The John L. Levitt Award winner was my airman. It's the only John L. Levitt Award winner I ever had in my unit since or ever since. That's a tomorrow term for my wife. Anyway, she won the award and great deal, but she would be out of the Air Force in less than a year. Her whole life was a lie. She'd been lying to people about pretty much everything, and it's too much to get into, but I'll tell you, we caught her because she said her sister was brutally murdered by her husband and it ran over by the car, and it wasn't true. Because I used to have one of her family members that worked for me, and I texted him and he told me that's not the real deal. The crazy part is we actually sent her flowers for the sister that wasn't dead. But that led us to dig into other things, and she'd be lying about everything. Her EPRs were false. Yeah, her supervisors wrote them, but she provided the information. It said she had a CCF that she never earned, a bachelor's degree that she wasn't even close to, and she won BTZ. She was a must promote and made staff sergeant her first time. Because she talked a good game, I guarantee she won the Levitt. You see, her life was never authentic. It was never real. It caught up to her. Her leadership didn't have the courage to challenge any of those things. And she never embodied those things we expect of our Erin. She had some success, sure, but she lost her stripe. We put her out in the military, and that success was short-lived, and it's no more. She never added significance to our Air Force. So whether you're a current leader, future leader, old leader, whatever, you have what it takes to be a great leader. You all are you. Just be the best you can be. Have the courage to step up and make the tough decisions. Embody those things you expect of others and add significance. Because if you're an ace, you'll add that S and you will be significant. So remember, always aces, and thank you.